This has been one of the most amazing kind of days. I just can't even begin to tell you. It has just been amazing. So hello, everybody. We are here live. Finally, guess what? Your girl made it happen. Okay, really, I didn't make it happen. My team made it happen. But you know what? Praise God for a team. We have the famous Cathy Adams. But before I even introduce her, give me 2 seconds. I just want to make sure, Kat, can you check your email just to make sure that we are live? And if anybody can see us, I don't see no eyes yet. We all the way live.
Everyone, you're in the show. Everyone can see and hear you. It says I'm in the show.
It says it?
Yeah, okay. It says I'm in the show.
Yeah, girl, we live.
Yep, I see live.
Well, oh my God. So first and foremost, I want to say hi and I just Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. Oh my God, Linda, where you been, girl? I haven't heard. Hold on, you guys, I could be so loud. My kids tell me I'm loud. I can't help myself. It is what it is. I am so excited to be here with this queen tonight. You guys are in for a treat. But before I get started, I have to tend to business because my team would just get me if I don't. So I just want to set the platform. It's been a while since I've spoken to everybody. I just want to let you know here at Cheryl Grant Live, we've been working hard. We have some new team members. We have some great things that we're going to be bringing to you. We have some gift boxes. So we have some giveaways. We're working with the chamber. We're rolling out a program. It's been long in coming, but we had to dot our I's and cross our T's. We're going to be giving away money, y'all. Money. So if you guys are a member of the chamber and you got some of that resiliency money, you about to get some more. But here goes. Before we start, we got on board Linda Antwi. Linda, I haven't seen Linda in forever. I love you, Linda, and I miss you. And Cathy and I want to go live on your TV show in LA anytime you want us. Marlo, great to see you. Paula Harrell, we love you. We need your bottle of wine right now. We need at least 2 bottles. And just want to say welcome. So for those of you who don't know or are not familiar, we created this platform so that we could highlight both the journey as well as the success stories of professional entrepreneurs of color. We want to explore all the important and necessary information to help guide, inspire, and encourage all aspiring business owners and professionals of color. We plan to equip them with specific concrete examples, tools, tips, and tricks to lead them toward their own success, not only in business, but in life. And I have the question, are you ready to get fit? Are you ready to get fit? Fit for business. Fit stands for faith, intuition, and tenacity. Fit for business is truly a mind construct. It's about building your mental stamina up so that you can sustain yourself as a business owner. Entrepreneurship is not for the light at heart. You have to have the heart. And in order to have that heart, you have to be mentally grounded. I have tools to help you get grounded. We are rolling out an entire program that you can sign up for. We have this digital mentorship platform and more that we are creating for you as a business owner. That, along with me being on the African American Chamber of Commerce board, we got a whole train of things to be bringing to you. So without further ado, I just want to thank you for your support. I want to thank you for being here to support me. You guys, we have been through a lot. And in this last couple of days, I think the other day, we just hit the tip of the iceberg. But if we didn't learn anything else, I hope you learned this one lesson. It's community. I put a post today on Facebook that I got from Uncle Snoop, but I repost from Uncle Snoop, but it was basically a table and it was people around, white people around it playing Monopoly on top of the backs of Black people. And it said, if you stand up, the game is over. And I truly believe that. It's in our coming together tagging on to the African American Chamber of Commerce, any other organization where you can get the tools and resources you need. We need to stop asking for permission and start standing for what we deserve, because we are a deserving people. We are a loving people. We are a kind people. And how we've been treated, we just don't deserve that. And especially my Black sisters, you queens, we deserve the absolute best. So without further ado, I am going to introduce to you this queen. Some of you, most of you may know Cathy, but give me the honor to just give a little bit of background. Cathy has been a part of the tapestry of the Oakland business community since 1983. She came to Oakland as an intern from Jackson State University, where she majored in mass communications, an effective communicator, and a natural influencer. Upon completion of her internship, she was offered a full-time permanent job with, guess who? The Northern California Chamber of Commerce. After a period of dormancy, the chamber reemerged in 2003 as the Oakland African American Chamber of Commerce. In July 2019, they brought Cathy on board as the president and CEO. Now, I can go on and truly share with you her legacy and her history, but I'm going to now speak from my heart, because I think it's very important. John Gowetti, oh my God, I haven't seen John in 25 years. I love you, John Gowetti. Anyway, we got to talk. I am working with Dan Hughes. We got to talk. Anyway, Cathy, sorry about that. I just had to pitch that in. But the thing I want to share with you about Cathy, since I met Cathy, and it's been, I don't know, it's been so long ago, but upon meeting Cathy, who I saw Cathy to be and who she has demonstrated to me is a person of character, a person of integrity, a person of passion, a person with heart, who truly does love her community. She started and is one of the founders of the National Coalition of 100 Black Women, of which I had the privilege and the honor to be the president. I watched her not only support me, but I watched her support hundreds, thousands of women to help them to be and more, to be their absolute best self. This is who she is. And as a person, she, along with everybody within the African American Chamber of Commerce, created the Resiliency Fund. But her effort and her leadership to really hit the streets, she was knocking on doors, you guys. She was Stacey Abrams, y'all, and more. I mean, truly, the true Harriet Tubman of our time, who happens to be my shegro. And I just want to say, without further ado, Cathy, this is truly my honor today, just one-on-one, to have you on my platform and for the people to really get to know Cathy Adams. Everybody, wherever you are, raise your cup up and say, welcome, Cathy Adams. Cathy, I really mean that, girl. You are amazing.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Absolutely amazing. And the thing about it is, this platform is truly for everybody. It's for everybody. But I'm speaking right now, from my platform, I speak to Black women and women of color, because we are the least appreciated in this country and the least respected. And it was so important for me to create a platform where we could truly have a voice to just truly speak our truth. And Cathy, here, one of the things, and especially towards entrepreneurs, this is not an easy road. Cathy, you've been doing this for a long time. I just want to know how.
Well, I won't take a long time to tell you how, but being an entrepreneur kind of started. I didn't even know it was entrepreneurship when I was growing up in Meridian, Mississippi. And my dad was a master painter. And what I didn't know is that my dad was actually an independent contractor and an entrepreneur. And it kind of happened working for the chamber, kind of on that trajectory when I was doing planning for events. And that was when they was having conventions coming into town, and we were traveling to DC talking about how great Oakland is. And being able and leaving the chamber is when I actually started, my business. And it was almost like I just fell into a big old ball of passion. And I still have the passion 26, 27 plus odd years later. And when you say, how do you do it because of the people that you believe in. And the things that you said that really resonate with me is about serving people and serving others. And I just took to heart every event that I did. I felt like it was a part of me. As a matter of fact, I didn't even take the contracts because of money. It's like if I didn't believe in it, I used to have this thing, Cheryl, if I don't feel it in my stomach, if I don't feel it in my gut, I can't do it, because everything that I do, I compete with myself. I do check out others to see what they're doing, but I give so much into planning, and constantly I'm saying, how can I be better? If people said this was a great event, I don't want them to say, well, the last one was good, but this one wasn't good. So the only thing that I could say in short form, how do you do it, is passion and the love that we have for doing the work. And earlier today, Cheryl, I was talking to one of our members, and as entrepreneurs, it's like you recommit to a relationship or you recommit to a friendship or a marriage. I'm constantly recommitting, falling in love with this business over and over again, because my friends can attest, and Cheryl has had those conversations. Oh my God, I can't be glad when it's over. And even when it's over, I'm ready to start it up the next day.
Yes, that is Cathy Adams. That is Cathy. So Cathy, one of the things, I really want to get to is because as entrepreneurs, we really we're racking our brains, especially in this pandemic, trying to figure out how to do this and navigate. And so many people, Cathy, just want to just give up. I just recently learned of a friend who recently lost a friend who passed away. And there's so much turmoil. We don't know what people are going through. We don't know what trials and tribulations they're going through mentally. And it's already enough to deal with life, and then to have the pandemic, and then to have racial unrest, and then to have like all these things added. What advice do you give to people? What advice?
It's funny. That's a really good question, because that part is real. What you just said is that people are in their space. If you're not constantly on go, like I couldn't have made it the entire 7 months straight with COVID had it not been for working with the chamber and trying to help others. I got countless calls. I think I'm going to have to close, Cathy. And I go, no, you're not. We're going to pivot in this. And I'm not one of these people, Cheryl, that goes, oh, you can do it. Just try. No, that's not me. I'm the real deal. And I said, look, we ain't going down today. We ain't going down today. And this is what
Did y'all hear that? Did the people back hear that? We not going down today.
Listen, when you tease and people say, oh, Cathy is a Fannie Lou Hamer. And I said, well, I don't know if I want to take that role. But you know what? I'm ready to take that role, because if we don't speak for ourselves, and if we don't speak for each other, and if we don't try to liberate oneself, we can't liberate others. So I'm saying to everybody that's tuning in right now, you just like you have a praise partner, you have got to get you an entrepreneur go-to person when you wake up in the morning and you just don't feel like. But here's the good news. I'm going to let you not feel like it today, but we ain't going to do that tomorrow. You're going to take your time out today, and we're not having a pity party, but you're going to take a break today. And then tomorrow, we're going to rebuild, we're going to reboot, and everything we got is inside of us. I tell people I don't need to read a bunch of self-motivating books. We are resilient as a people, and we always rise to the top. Always. Our backs have been broken. Things have been built on our backs. We're going to claim it. And if you're out there in your business, that idea that you had, you can't quite figure it out, You call one of us because that's what we're here for. And now it's time for us to work together. We talk about leveraging resources. Now it's time for us to share. It's time for us to share resources. You know something that I don't know. I see my friend up there, Lanice. We talk all the time. You talk about partners. Lanice, I don't want to digress. Lanice had this beautiful event. When the event opened up with Level Up, Cheryl, she had this huge opening. It looks like 3D. I was so motivated from the opening. I felt like I was at the event. I emailed Lanice, hey, Lanice, opening was great. Would love to do this for my event. She immediately sent me the link and the person who did it. So we got to do
better. Help me too. I'm just saying more and more.
Listen, we got to do better. And Cheryl speaks of it all the time. Man. She raises us up. She acknowledges when we do good. She praises us when we're down. And as sister, we can no longer anymore. If you've been selfish, stop. You're no longer selfish today. And in order for us to do it, I can't win if you don't win. Cheryl has talked about this over and over again with some of her. I remember when Chef Maybe, what is that? Maybe Michelle.
Oh, Michelle. Yes.
And she talked about that. And we've got to be able to work together as sisters. Imagine if there's a huge project coming, because we're going to get out of this. Why not get all 5 chefs together? When we talk about event planning, eventually I'm going to transition. How do we groom others to take our place so we work together? I acknowledge all of my sisters. Deanna, amazing. Congratulations on your MBA. All of these individuals that we don't always talk to every day, but I see you. So I can attest to what you think is in my heart. I'm telling you what's in there, and you need to know it. Whatever you need from me, all you got to do is ask. I'll give it to you. I will help you, Cheryl, and I'm committed to that. And I'm not making up stories.
And your words and actions really do, your actions speak louder than your words. But you're really hitting on a really great point because, you know, in the world, there's enough division that we don't need division within our own community. And I've often said, Cathy, and everything you're speaking to, that there's a new currency. Get the new currency. We're in 2021. I don't care what's going on out there. We have an opportunity. We don't need to ask anybody for permission. We have a community of people that we can support each other. Cathy, the organization, the African American Chamber of Commerce raised $1 million. $1 million in grants. And why did we do that, Cathy? Why did we do that?
When PPP funds came out, African Americans were the lowest in terms of the numbers. They couldn't validate all the Black companies because they didn't necessarily have a box to click to say, I'm Black. But I want to say that, Cheryl Grant, I am unapologetically Black. Let me just say that.
Me too.
and when we use the word systemic racism, it's real. But what I want to do is to see a game changer in terms of how we change the narrative of that, how we don't continue to become that. So when we started the Resiliency Fund, and thank you to everything that you've done, Cheryl, you were very instrumental when we were on Facebook and we had the forum and you were there to keep the hype person to keep us going. We raised a lot of money that day. So we started the funds because we needed to sustain and rebuild and help our Black-owned businesses. And they just say, if not us, then who? So the chamber and all of the amazing people that stood up and took a leadership role, donated money so that we could give grants, not loans, to individuals that needed help. And it would bring tears to your eyes when you get phone calls of people telling you what that money meant to them. And so when people say, well, how did you do it? There were moments and times when I talked about that phone call to say, Cathy, you can do it. I can be honest with you and very open. There were days when I was in this office because you had people calling you and everybody cheering you on saying, oh, Cathy, this is great. But what they didn't understand is that I had to become fierce because I would walk in the door and I said, wow, these people are really dependent on me. It wasn't until that goal got met, and even in the midst of it, we were almost at like $250,000 when when George Floyd was murdered before our very eyes. That shifted the whole plan in terms of America in itself. We got to see real life what's been happening in our life from the Emmett Tills, and you could go down the line in terms of attack on Black crime and what the cops have done. We see it every day. So it breaks your heart, but we have to figure out, how do we rise above this? How do we make a difference? So when that happened, I had to go into another place saying, no, we have made a commitment to raise this money. I was on telephone calls. Cheryl, you were on some of those calls with the Oakland A's. And I never would forget when Taj came on the call, and to hear this Black man talk about worrying about his children, being able to walk down the street, and I'm supposed to be on the call to be talking about the resiliency fund. And before I could get a word out, I was crying, the anxiety had kicked in, and I'm trying to hold back the tears, and they just went to where they went to. And I talked about the resiliency fund and why it was important. And interesting enough, the next day, I was talking to one of the funders from Clorox, Patrick, and I was telling him that I had this experience. And I said, it was hard for me to talk on the phone. He said, Cathy, I heard you on the phone. I was on that call. You made your point go through. Yeah. So the victory happened because we came together. But I can say that what kept me going was the people that made the calls to say, thank you for what you're doing. So what they didn't know, they were powering me every time I got that call saying thank you before we even did anything. So I say that to say that the journey is not easy, but having the people that came along with us, including yourself, Cheryl, you were one of the first people, to make a personal donation to it. And all of that happened. And when we talk about it, I kept telling people, no amount is too small, but everybody came together, Cheryl, and I always get emotional. I can't help it when I talk about the resiliency, because your body goes through something. And it was Kaiser that when we were almost there, and I got a call from Yvette Rafford on a Sunday, and she said, Kaiser is going to do $150,000. And I just kept jumping. And that was the day that we made $1 million. And I called my play mom and she said, we did it. She said, no, we didn't do it. You did it. I said, no, we did it. And because it was all of those voices that came together, and I can please, and this is the wrap up. We in 2020, in the midst of a pandemic, provided over 200 plus businesses with money, with a grant, and the money, they got it, is in their bank. It was direct deposit. We're not going to pay you later. And God is so good. We raised all of that money, and all of that money went into the Chamber of Accounts. We did an impact report, because listen, people, when you collect money from white corporate America, let's just put it out there. These white people want to know, what did you do with the money? Who got the money? What areas did they get the money in? How many got it here? How many got it there? So I'm very happy that we were able to get an impact report that was with the help of Grace Marketing Agency. That's Cindy Hill. She helped to put that report together. The report was amazing. It listed the percentages of what businesses got the money. And to my knowledge, all of those businesses that got the money are actually still in business. So I can't say enough, but if you're out there and you donated, GoFundMe, we sent individual notes where I said thank you, but they don't give you your email address. And we sent the report out to everybody. But I can clearly say that the community effort came together, corporations came together. I clearly think that they wanted to do something and they said, what can we do? And it wasn't just the money. It's just like Grant, Cheryl, your company.
Yeah.
It wasn't just collecting money for people. When you come back and say, Cathy, we want to help the businesses that got funded. We want to help them. We're going to provide these grants and we're going to make a difference. So everybody that gave money, they still came back to talk about what they could do. You know, Octa, Nola Turnage, her company, I can say it out loud, donated $100,000. And Cheryl, I'm pleased to report that Octa invited me to speak at their Black History Month program. I said, I don't know if they're going to invite me back when I go, but this is a hard time to be speaking about Black history right now. It's hard.
It's hard. But here goes the thing I want to say, because you just said a mouthful in everything you said. And what I want the audience, first of all, if you don't have a notepad, you need to go get one. If you don't have a pen, you need to get one. And why do I tell you to do that? Is because this is not just an opportunity for you to hear us audibly. I need for you to get this in your mind and in your spirit. So I need you to be able to write this down so that you can take the steps. And there was some valuable tools and tips that Cathy just gave. What she told you was there was a dream. What she told you was it didn't look like it was accomplishable. And what she told you was there were obstacles along the way that were stopping her from trying to get to the goal. But she had a passion in her heart that she knew she was doing the right thing. And through her hard work and resiliency was able to meet the goal. But here goes. Nobody ever gets to the top alone. It takes a team. So we've been kind of all over the map talking about the Resiliency Fund, talking about sisterhood, talking about community. But guess what? When we come together,
yes,
there's nothing that can stop us. What we have been doing is looking to people to ask them for permission to allow us to rise. Why do we need to do that? Black women are the most educated in this country right now, period. I didn't make that up. It's a statistic. Look it up. You don't believe me. 1,600 businesses are started every single day. Do you know 80% of them are women of color? But yet and still, we are not getting the money. We're not getting the resources. We're not getting access. But you know what we still do? We rise. So we can rise in the face of that. What can we do when we collectively get together? And I'm kind of leading you down a path here because I am a member. I am now I'm officially now the vice chair. Thank you. I had to think about that, Kat, for a minute. I am officially the vice chair of the Oakland African American Chamber of Commerce. And I'm going to be working alongside Cathy Adams, Seth Butner, Tammy Willis, my girl, and all the other many members, Nicole Felix, the list goes on and on. But in that community, the resources are so rich that if you're an entrepreneur and you're not a part of it, then you're missing out. You got to get in the game first. If you want to, please,
Can I ask you something? I saw a couple of notes that just popped up, and someone talked about Dr. C. Diane Howell, and she says, I'm channeling Dr. C. Diane Howell, and that was one of my greatest mentors. And I think I would be remiss if I didn't talk about why we created Power Women of the Bay, which we're in partnership with Tao Leadership Program that Bawapa Tao, that Lanice Jones is the executive director of. So when they mentioned Dr. C. Diane Howell, Dr. C. Diane Howell started the Black business listings. She was that vehicle of which we're still trying to channel through working with U.S. Black Chamber of Commerce. And you can talk about that later if it comes up in terms of that directory. But Dr. C. Don Howe is someone that we will continue to admire. And I would be remiss if I didn't say that the Dr. C. Don Howe Entrepreneur Award for 2021 is going to be presented none other to Sandra Varner with Varner PR, who has been a champion in this community for a long time. And so part of when we lost Dr. Howe, part of creating that award and naming that award, because we even want to be able to say the sisters that made a difference in our lives, the sister that helped us to become phenomenal women, the sister that helped us to continue to rise to the top when we don't think we can, and we got to pick ourselves off the floor, is those individuals that we want to talk about. So it's really good to see a lot of people that I know coming through. I want to also just acknowledge Asia Brown, the president of National Coalition of 100 Black Women, and Dr. Cleo Smith, because all of us was around when we saw Oakland doing Mayor Lionel Wilson during that time. So even though I'm from Mississippi, I've been grounded and rooted in Oakland for a long time, so I've seen it. So we can't make excuses anymore. And I just want this year to be a game changer for us. We understand our ancestors. We know how they fought. We know how they tried to free us. We know what they did. So it's our time now to bring it together. And you pick up that phone and you call a sister, even if you don't know the sister. You say, look, I saw something interesting. I see where I think I could help. Or share your ideas or thought. I was telling you, Cheryl, you got all of these different platforms that's coming. You got businesses that's not comfortable doing this. So the chamber definitely, we will be rolling out a wonderful program that's going to make businesses comfortable, because people are like, well, I ain't on social media. You better get on social media. Social media is not all about, hey, it is not about that. You need to get on social media so we can find out where you are. And I tell people all the time, watch me knock. No one's coming to get you. No one's coming to get you. So you have got to put yourself out there. We're going to be working with a company that's going to help you create your own video. It's not enough to send a JPEG out or somebody read. You're going to do a video. Hey, I'm Cathy Adams. Get ready for your next virtual experience. We're here to do all the work for you. Now, I'm not going to be able to do it by myself. I'm going to call people that's going to bring in the tools so that I can produce an event virtually. You know, I lost sleep when I did my first event because I was nervous and scared when we did the Madam C.J. Walker. How are we going to pivot? We got creative. Cheryl, congratulations. Cheryl was an award winner. The event, like I said, I'm just trying to say to you guys that fear is something that will creep up. Thank you, Cheryl. Fear is something that will creep up in all of us. As bright as we see Cheryl every day, Cheryl and I had an opportunity with Tammy. We would take our walks in the morning. We got to figure out how to get back on track with that, because she offered up herself. When I see Cheryl, and I know you're interviewing me, but I just have to say this. Cheryl gets up, and if y'all are listening, pay attention. I need you to listen carefully. When you talk about fit, and she's talking about transformation, but I'm also talking about us and our mental state and our health. So when I see a sister like Cheryl, she earned every bit of that because she gets up and put the work in. I had an emotional day with Cheryl. I was getting up, walking 3 days a week. We were trying to do that. And you guys, it was hard for me. Cheryl called me one day. She said, Kat, you all right? I said, you know, Cheryl, this is very emotional. And now I see what it's like when people are struggling, trying to work out. And I'm telling you that you're not alone. Because even in my own condition, needing to work, you know, because my condition is I just need to lose weight. But I need to figure out how to get that done. So working with Cheryl, because let's be honest, sometimes people don't read stuff right. And sometimes we be hater. I said, she earned a flat stomach. you need to get you one. But she put the work in. I don't want to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. But if I want to have what the person have, no more hating, you guys. Get it for yourself. Put the work in. You see an example? Yeah, I can feel it and I want to do it, but I had to put the work in, and I'm going to tell you, it was hard. And you have to go into a moment of prayer just to get the strength to do it, because you can always find something else. But you will feel so much better if you just take one little step and put the work in, because it ain't no magic pill. Let me just tell you that. Food, we need it for nourishment, but it can be a bad enemy. And we got to do better.
This pandemic.
Yeah, even through this pandemic. But I think it's important to share that, because when we see the sisters, whether it's celebrities, and it's like, damn, they look good. But people put in work. I'm talking about real work. I ain't talking about the people that's got enough money to cinch it and tighten it and push it up and do. I'm not talking about that group. I'm talking about the group that put the work in. So I don't want to digress. I'm just saying that as we work in business, as we work as entrepreneurs, take, even it's just 30 minutes a day, take a minute and do something. It's just like when we start talking about our generational wealth. Well, all of us were not born into money, but I guarantee you, if you start putting a little bit away, you get a chunk here, then you contact these individuals that I have on the part, Javette, and start saying, okay, I've got this, I've got 5,000, I got 10,000, I got 15,000. Where can I put this money where this is going to benefit? Entrepreneurs, we have got to start being selfish about our time, selfish about our money, and selfish about what it is that we do. I am a diehard entrepreneur. I'm going to forever be that. And in order for us to sustain, people are just not, people from jobs may retire. That's great if you could do that. But when you got energy and you're contributing and you're making a difference in the world, I'm going to keep on moving, keep on walking, keep on going, and keep on doing what I can do, not only to help myself, but to help others. So if we don't get anything out of this today, do something for somebody other than yourself. And understand this. You don't give to get, but people, I need y'all to learn how to start saying thank you. I need you to start appreciating the gifts when people give them to you. Appreciate that they're depositing something positive in your life. And you got to take that back and pass the torch and give it to somebody else. But sisterhood, Cheryl got a 50 million challenge. I want every Black woman to change another Black woman's life. And sometimes, sisters, it is just words to be able to say, you can do it. You're going to be all right. What do you need for me to do? You can have a bad day, but we will not let you have a bad day every day. We're going to give you one day. I do that. Pull the covers over my head. I call Sherry Vance. I said, Sherry, I'm having one of those days. She said, okay, Kat, we're going to do this today, but tomorrow we're going to get up out of that. So it's okay, you guys, when you don't feel like it, but you cannot not feel like it every day.
Well, thank you, Cathy. And you know, one thing I want to say to you guys is, because I can't speak, but she speaks so much truth. I want to make sure I'm getting that back on my phone. She speaks so much truth. You got to be able to catch the gems that she's sharing with you. You got to be able to catch what she's saying. We all struggle. And the thing about it is, somebody else's, somebody else's glory, but you don't know their story. Everybody does it. The path is not always easy. So yeah, she used an example of me and working out. You can get up at 4 o'clock in the morning with me too. You can do 600 sit-ups with me too. You can do whatever, how many push-ups I'm going to do with me too. It's just a matter of, you have to decide. As a matter of fact, when she was especially speaking about the health, the thing I want to say to you guys is that if it's the pandemic didn't teach us anything, who was it attacking? Who was it attacking? Our people. Why was it attacking our people? We got to start taking care of ourselves, not for somebody else, for yourself. for your longevity. I'm aging. I'm 59 and proud of it. 59 and proud of it. But as I'm growing and as I'm getting older, my body mechanics are changing. I'm not the same. And that's my coach who got me there. Coach Devon McClinton. She will tell you. She's not a joke. You need a coach? Call Coach T. She'll work out with you. She has programs in the morning. You can do them online. There's no excuse. And the thing more than anything, you guys, we need each other. We got to rally behind each other. We got to support each other. We got to be in each other's corner. There's no more hating on your sister for nothing. For nothing. You don't know her story. You don't know it. Celebrate her. Embrace her. The world hates us enough that we don't need to hate each other.
You're going to make me shout up in here, Cheryl.
No, it's so true. And the opportunity for us right now is so massive. My goal is to hit 50 million women. Why? Because I want to inspire you. I want to encourage you. I want to uplift you. I want you to know that you can do whatever you want to do, and together we can do it. If you don't know how, call me. I'm a coach. I'll help you through the process. I got a program for you. I got a connection for you. I have something to help you get further along in your journey. But if we're not tapping in and we're just going through, first of all, and I just want to say this, Cathy, this year should be about focus, not about distractions.
I like that.
Be about focus. What are you focusing on? I love the internet and I'm on it, but this is my business. So when I'm on here, I'm not just on here for show. When I'm putting those quotes, I'm hoping to touch your heart. The pictures are nice, but I hope I touch your heart. Read the words, because it takes a lot for me to put that in there. I want to uplift your spirit. And the thing about it is, it's so easy to get distracted, you guys. It's so easy to let the world distract you, our bills distract you. Don't let where you are be the deterrent or determination of where you're going. You are made for something greater than this. God gave you more in your spirit than what you got now. The question is, what are you going to do? Because like Cathy said, nobody's coming. Nobody's coming to save you, but you can tap into a community. You can tap into a resource. You have Cheryl Grant Enterprise to tap into. You have Devona McClinton if you need to go work out. You have the other fitness people out there. You do not have to be where you are. It's in your mind. The question is, what are we going to do about it? And what can you do for me? A lot of times I ask for you to like and share. That don't cost you no money, but it helps me out tremendously. If somebody's asking you to promote, help promote a sister. Share the information. It's not going to take anything away from you.
You're going to make me jump out of my chair. I just feel like this shout. I'm reminded of a song, Tremaine Hawkins, and when she's singing about the potter's house, and he'll put you back together again. I am saying that I feel like I'm at a praise and worship right now when you're just rattling it off, because your stories every day empower. You're a beautiful sister. I admire you. I love you. You know, and Cheryl will put it to me. Come on, Cathy. She'll hit it to me straight. And you need people like that in your life to pull you aside to help you. And so I'm very grateful for that. I am very grateful for your stories that you share, because I actually read them. And when you start looking at, when you wake up in the morning and, you know, there's fun times, but there's stuff that I get that's meaningful when someone is sharing their journey and someone is sharing their story. So I want to thank you and say, Cheryl, keep on empowering and keep on sharing, because what you're saying right now is what we need. We don't all have to be sitting in a chair, you know, with a psychologist to go through that. We can save a little money by sharing our stories, reading someone else's journey. You don't have to do it if somebody else had, and it's okay for them to share their story if we're dealing with that. But I think it's important for us to, as they say, not hide behind here. I want to be able to say, I feel vulnerable. I want to be able to say to my sister, I don't know how to do this. Can you help me? And I tell people that's the hardest word to say with people. And I'm okay about my vulnerability. I'm okay to say, I don't know everything. So I'm very grateful that Cheryl is coming aboard and all of the individuals that are on our board, because you're only as good as the team that you surround yourself with. So we don't need to just beat it down. But what Cheryl has said today, I'm empowered. I wanted to jump out of my chair and hallelujah and start running, get the tambourine and go there, because I need motivation too. I motivate others, but I need motivation too. We wake up in the morning because we care about people, so we always look like we're on. But there are days sometimes when the sisters say, hey, I don't know what's going on. I said, you know what, sister, it's all right, because I'm going to be ready. So when you call me, I'm going to be ready. Don't think about it no more. And that's what I want us to transcend this year, about rebuilding and building each other up. Yes. We are not going to participate in that anymore. Everybody that's in your life need to bring something. If it's nothing but, girl, you can do this.
Yes. And if they're not, I'm going to ask you, you need to rethink that.
You got to.
There's enough things draining you that you don't need to have any extra added baggage. And maybe it may be time to let some things go.
And that's true, Cheryl. And it's amazing when you get to that way. Here's what I want people's takeaway to be. You know the things, and you write them down, that you need to take out of your life.
Yes, yes.
It's not going to be easy. It's going to hurt you more. Ooh. Ooh. But I don't need you to talk about it. I need you to take the paper that Cheryl told you.
Yes.
Don't make an announcement that you're leaving. Just go.
Ouch! Ouch! Ouch!
When you change your behavior, when you change your surroundings, things will happen to you. And we're not up here saying, make the most of every day. You get up. That's not what we're not faking here. No. Cut that shit out of your life that is not helping you. Because you're going to do, I got my office painted. I'm feeling good being in my surroundings, new carpet, new chair, new computer, everything to create that surroundings. When they talk about clutter, clutter ain't always junk and extra shoes. It's in your head. Ooh. Get the clutter out of your head. You have the power to remove it. And don't make an announcement. Just go.
Just go.
You need to leave these things alone.
Right now, somebody put that in the comments. Just go. Just go. Don't make an announcement.
Don't make an announcement. Look at me, Cheryl. Watch me.
That part. But it's so true, you guys. You know, they say that, I say this all the time, and we've heard it a million times, but it sometimes doesn't sink in. They said the definition of insanity is to continue to do the same thing and expect different results. Right now, y'all, it's time to rechange, rethink, realign. We are the baddest sisters on this planet. Black Girl Magic. Look, can you see my sister make these? Please check her out, Shauna Neely. Black Girl Magic. Can you see that?
Yes. And where's mine? Can I get my ring up there?
Yes. And where did you get yours? Dorian Webb?
This is Dorian Webb. This is Dorian Webb. And it's just, she has these series of these beautiful butterfly rings. And that's another thing, sisters. If I see you with something that I like, tell me where you go get it. Cheryl used to wear this beautiful heart. You still have your heart, Cheryl?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
This beautiful heart. And I said, Cheryl, I love that heart. Where did you go get that heart? I went and bought one. So I tell people, if you see something somebody got, that ain't hating, go get it. If it's going to make you feel good, go get it. And I love the stories behind the heart. So I got mine too. And I have to be very delicate because I'm kind of rough with my stuff. Cheryl is neat with her stuff. I'm rough, but I still got the heart. So I saw that and I'm saying, share resources, share things. It's okay for us to do that. But I definitely want to say thank you to her. And even this little thing that I got, I got this from one of the sisters. She's out in Vallejo. And that's another thing too. When you talk about the entrepreneurship, sharing resources, sharing, because we're all trying to save money. We understand that, but we need things to make us feel special. This ring makes me feel special. I like this ring.
These earrings, this ring, this bracelet, all that makes me feel very special.
We need that. We gotta do
something every now and again, a little makeup on.
But if you're gonna spend, buy black. I also want to say a special acknowledgement.
Buy black.
Yeah, buy black. I also want to acknowledge someone had called me about makeup, and I just want to say that your beautiful daughter-in-law, the makeup that she's been doing for you,
oh my God,
Cheryl, it has looked amazing. And I just think that maybe one day she could do a two, because I said when we're on Zoom, all we see is from here to here.
Right.
And I just want people that in the midst of this is the other thing we didn't share. You know what can make us feel bad, ladies? I don't work in pajamas. I don't work in pajamas. And another thing that can make you feel good to get your groove
dressed.
To get your groove going, get up in the morning, put on something, even if you're not leaving, even when I don't leave my office, I still get up to get dressed, because you don't know what may call, a client may come, but I'm telling you to feel better. So it's a psychological thing. You get up in the morning, you put on what you're going to put on. And then like 5 o'clock, 5:30, then you transition in sweats. So now your mind is, I'm off work. Now I'm going to my office and do some extra work, the things that I need to do. So I've been doing that. My business used to be at 1611 Telegraph, right behind City Hall in the Latham building. And when the dot-coms came in, the rents like tripled. And I had packed up the office. I was going to move and sublet with somebody on Webster. And just before I got ready to move, God said, move your office downstairs at your home. Best thing I ever done. Because I would work late at night. I was married at the time. I would be getting home at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, scared to death, going down an elevator at night like that. Sketchy security, not being there when you walk to your car. But I'm saying at that moment, God said, move there. And like working from home is really good to me because I'm disciplined. And even if you're an entrepreneur, and I'm only saying these small things, ladies, it's not, gentlemen, it's not anything heavy, but all of what we're talking about is balancing us as an entrepreneur.
Yes.
Because we have other things that we're doing, and it's a balance. It's a balance. And being able to make sure that you frequently check those emails, but don't let the email consume you all day, because you'll look up and it's 3 hours later.
Yes.
So it may be, you may be up at 6 or you may be at 7. You say, you know what? I'm going to run through these emails for this first hour. And then start putting your work out there so it works for you. Get those proposals out there. Do some unsolicited business. LinkedIn, we got a workshop coming in on that, because a lot of us are not maximizing LinkedIn as much as we should be. And here's the deal. If you don't put it out there, nothing's coming in.
Nobody
knows.
So
make it your business to at least reach out for new business, because what we got to start doing is getting ready. We're already in the first quarter. What does it look like for you in the second quarter? Go back to clients you've had before. Talk to people about what you could do differently. We've talked to Devona, Coach D is bad. I'm going to reach back out to her, because I used to fight with Coach D. She was so hard. I used to fight with Coach D. She was serious. And I used to think she was mean, but she was trying to help me. And I would get mad when she would push me, because it was hard. And I would see people dipping around and doing their thing, but I'm coming back because I want to be better. And we need accountability partners too. I don't want anybody, policing me about what I decided to eat that day. We've got to be accountable with ourselves and have somebody to work with us because we've been doing it all wrong. I don't need you to beat me up. I need to say, hey, sis, I saw you do that on Monday and you did it again on Wednesday. Why don't we figure out if we're going to do this one day so we can stay focused? But it's how your delivery goes. I want us to stop beating people down, chastising us. I want you to come from a place of love or what you're trying to do to help me and tell me what I can do better. And that's what I want to see come from us as sisters, because we're all we got. And I don't care what goes on in the world. This is like our secret pack. And our secret pack is going to be, we are going to elevate. Lanice said level up, but we're going to start elevating our sisters. And those sisters that don't have a voice, that don't feel comfortable talking, you ring up me and Cheryl. Let us help you find your voice. Because everybody, I'm loud. I can't help it. That's just who I am.
And together we're in trouble. But Cathy, I want to add something to what you said. This year, to me, I want everybody to write this down. This year, our key word is focus.
Yes.
Focus, because you only have so many hours in a day. And if you ever look at your day and really analyze, what do you do? What do you really do? How much time do you spend on social media, just on social media? I don't mind you being on social media doing your business, but how much time do you just spend on social media or on television or on the news or on whatever thing that's not helping you to get closer to your goal? Focus. You got to write down your vision. The Bible says where there's no vision, the people perish. You got a vision? Because if you don't know where you're going, how you going to get there? You got to be able to see it. You got to see it in your mind's eye. Because when you see it, then you'll start to take the steps necessary to get there. When she was talking earlier about Coach D and about focus, and Coach D is on the line and she could tell you the truth. In the beginning of the process, no matter where you are in weight, it doesn't matter. The struggle is the same for everybody because you still got to do the work. And I would be so mad, like, I'm not going up and I'm not doing this and I don't look like that. And she would tell me all the time, Cheryl, trust the process. If you do the work and you trust the process, you're going to get the results in your entrepreneurship. And the thing about it, when you focus on your fitness, when you focus on your mental fitness, I'm going to tell you, it will transform everything else in your life will shift because it's like an energy. You start to permeate another different kind of energy and you don't want to attract that. You're not going to, once you work that hard and you get that shit, you're not going to want to go put that cheesecake in your mouth. You just not going to want to do that because you work too hard to get it. And just one bite is going to set you back a month and you'd be like, it's not worth the work that I had to do. So I'm telling you, with focus and getting around people with like minds, because if you get around your girlfriends and they're like, I don't want to work out today. And you're like, yeah, girl, let's not work out today. Let's go have a glass of wine. That's a distraction. We're not doing distractions in 2021.
That's right.
We're not doing the news in 2021. We're not doing that craziness that this world is caught up in. The Bible says, be ye of the world, be ye in the world, but not of the world. We're not going to be of the world. We are powerful. We were born to thrive. And it's time for us to take our rightful place. And we can only do that when we're focused and we're aligned with like-minded people that can help us get there. And if you don't know how, seek somebody who's done it. That's the best way. Don't judge them. Seek who's done it. And if you don't know, give me a call. I'll have a coaching session with you.
And what do you say, Cheryl? Trust the process.
Yes.
Trust the process.
Trust the process. So I don't know. Nobody has had questions, Cathy. Me and you've been talking. I'm gonna tell you the whole hour just. But I just want to know: does anybody have questions? This is supposed to be a dialogue. It's an opportunity for us to share, and it's an opportunity for you to ask questions. I would like to know if anybody has any thoughts. Where are you struggling in your business? Where do you need help? I'm gonna tell you right now: if you are an entrepreneur, one of the best things you can do is join the Oakland African American Chamber of Commerce. Yes. What we're doing and the tools we're providing are second to none. We are committed to our community and going beyond beyond the call of duty, because we have a commitment. We've taken an oath to what we want to do within the community. Cathy, anything you want to add to that?
There actually was a question, and I'm going to try to answer this without overly committing myself. Someone did ask when we was talking about the resiliency fund, and will there be another one? And I want to say that I am in heavy, deep meditation, and meditation is real. I'm in heavy, deep meditation on whether or not we could do Resiliency 2.0. And one of the reasons that I wanted to do Resiliency 2.0, because some of the businesses have closed. Most of the businesses, 90% of the businesses with the chamber are still open. So one of the reasons that is so important to be a member of the chamber, because if we do embark upon Resiliency 2.0, and I'm praying about it before we roll that out, will be just for the members of the Chamber of Commerce, because what Cheryl had talked about too in the past, we may not be able to save everybody, but if we are able to save a few, and if we can get the businesses that we have helped, and then they can determine what other resources that they could do to help someone else too. And that's sort of kind of like what my thinking is. So there's a part of me that feels that Resiliency 2.0 needs to happen, particularly since we've been shelter in place for a while. And I'm really thinking about it, because our businesses are important. I did see a couple of our members pop up on the screen here. So if we do Resiliency 2.0, that particular program would be just for active members of the Oakland African American Chamber of Commerce, because I'd rather have a concentrated area where people can get more money, so that the need is greater. But if we limit it to the businesses that are members of the chamber, then that is a goal. And who knows, 2.0, 3.0, we can keep it going. But I'm seriously thinking about it.
Well, I think the community deserves it. And for everybody who is within listening air, my prayer for you and for us as a community is that we really do rally behind each other in ways like we never have. And we make 2021 our year. I don't care what anybody else do. I don't care what they say. I'm a person that walks by faith and not by sight. My program is called Fit for a reason, because faith is everything. Without faith and without works, faith without works is dead. But faith is your tool to everything. And then once you have that faith, is being able to trust your intuition. And after you trust your intuition, is the tenacity to go get it done. Now, I have a question from Melinda Jackson. She says, how long do you have to be in business in order to become a member? My nephew opened his restaurant in Oakland back in June during the pandemic. He's actually surviving. I am assisting in managing. Cathy, you want to?
Yes, and what I will do today, look, because I'm the president, and I don't think my membership chair Nicole would mind. If you can be a business that just started, and if your nephew decides to join, Cathy at OAACC.org, we will give him $100 off of his membership.
Wow! Oh my God, that's an incentive. Y'all better join. Oh my God. Thank you, Cathy.
Yes.
He said, does your business have to be based out of the East Bay to be a member of the Oakland Chamber?
Absolutely not. We have members that are all over Sacramento, Antioch. Being a member of the chamber is about us having to grow businesses. A lot of people have businesses here, but live somewhere else. Some people have businesses somewhere else, but live here. But all of the members, we don't have those kind of stipulations. Our goal at the chamber is to advocate for every member of the chamber. So anybody can join. We don't have no stipulations like that. And at the day that you start, your benefit starts. You get a lot of free trainings,
Yes.
a lot of the resources when they hit first. We let you know then. I'm happy that even with Alameda County, I know of at least 5 people that won the lottery and got the $5,000. And basically, so yes, Melinda, yes, we could do that. And what we do is the newsletter. Cheryl, know I say this all the time. The Chamber's newsletter is not spam mail. It's not junk. Our newsletters has something great in it every single week. It goes out every Tuesday. If you are a member, we got Chamber Master. You can communicate with other members anytime you get ready. And we have that network. If just imagine if we just start doing business with each other. You know, we can give discount to each other. We can barter, with each other. There's all kinds of ways we can be creative. So when I think about the restaurants and the chefs, oh man, there's so much we could do. If you go on Cultural Zone and the Acoma Market, they are called that park, Liberation Park. It's an essential. It's an essential. When they say essential workers, so I say it's essential location because food is essential. So there is opportunity for caterers and people in the food. They social distance. They check your temperature. The park is beautiful. So you can start doing your pop-ups. And I think something, if you're caterers out there and you're listening, one thing I think is a good idea, even if you're not cooking in your kitchen every day, start outsourcing that space, something affordable. Don't try to make them pay your rent for the month. But if you're not in there using it at all, I tell people it's better to have something than nothing. Something or nothing versus nothing or nothing. So if you got a space and you're cooking on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, see if you can lease that space out the other days to someone else. And I want the restaurant people, start doing your virtual pop-ups. We're going to have this available on Thursday from this time to this time. Rain did a great job with that. I know Chef, yeah, she's done a great job. I want to say kudos to the people for New Year's Eve dinner. I got my New Year's Eve dinner from Red Door Catering, which was awesome. Plated up, beautiful, good, delicious, done. And then also
did it too, didn't she?
Yeah, and then I also did Chef
Lala.
I did Chef Lala, but not for that. And we did Chef Robert Dorsey. Okay. I did that for Thanksgiving. So this is what I'm saying to all of you guys. The market is big. We also still have a connection with Uber. So if you are cooking on certain days and you do the onboarding process with Uber, you could turn your app on for the days that you're doing it. Let our people know, hey, you're on Uber Eats or DoorDash. I don't know how it's all connected, but I do know with Uber Eats, you can turn your app on and you can turn it off. So that's why I'm saying, let's be creative. You see someone else doing it. I don't want you to copy the same person's menu, no. But if you see somebody else that's doing something that's worked, I want the caterers to be user-friendly. Tell that sister and brother how to do it. Some of these young chefs that are coming up, let's do that. We got famous chefs in this area. Chef Mimi, Chef Rashad. So I could go on and on. And look, as a chef, put the love in the food.
Yes.
Corners, keep the consistency so we can keep coming. And always remember, if you tasted it and it ain't that good to you, don't give it to us. I'm just saying.
I love you too, Mama Jerry. Happy belated birthday. I want to say, Cathy, that thank you so much for being here. We're going to have to do it again because you guys are so much wealth of information to be shared. And we're on a mission. And we're about to transform Oakland, and we need you to be on that mission with us. And I say it all the time when I post something. Together we are unstoppable, because I believe that. I believe that together we can do anything. And it's really time for us to turn this curve and really start to be the change we want to see. And that's by how we support each other. There's a question from my girl Lillian. I love you and I miss you and we're overdue.
Yes.
Is the chamber a good place for consultants as well? I'm launching my consultancy this month. You're a business, baby.
Perfect.
You're
Yes.
a business, baby. You are a
Yes.
business. Absolutely.
Look, bring it, Lillian.
Come on,
Yes.
black women. Come on, black women.
And I knew Lillian when she first started out working with Sandra Varner and Varner Communications. So she turned out to be a hell of a mentee. She's rocking and rolling.
Yes, she is. That is my girl. That is my girl.
Yeah.
Go back to when she first came to the Bay Area. And
Yes.
I won't tell all that, Lillian. I won't
Oh, and Cheryl, don't forget to say love to our newest council member, Treva Reed. Let's give her some love. I saw her pop up.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so we want to put our arms around her and congratulate that sister. Yes.
Treva, we love you. We love you and congratulations. And I just want to take a moment out right now because Tom Garino passed and I just learned about it. And Tom was with PG&E for I don't know how long, but Tom truly was an advocate for me. And he truly did look out for me. And I just want to thank him. And just because, you know, there are a lot of people out there, white people that don't like us, but there's a whole lot of them that do.
Yes.
And Tom was 100% advocate for people in general. And I just want to uplift him and give him just all the glory in this particular moment. So just a moment for him. So I just wanted to say that. Now, this is what I want to say. We're going to wrap up. I went over because I just felt like this was so good. But I got something to ask you that my team is starting to ask me because we're pivoting. And I've got to make sure again that I'm spending my time accordingly. I do these Fit Lives right now for free. And I've been giving them to you guys for free for a minute. And if you still want these, and if they're any value, you need to let me know. Because if you don't let me know, then my team is going to say, we can't do this in this format anymore. And I really want to continue to bring them to you. So if you're getting value from this, I need you to type, share, pass on, show me the love so that I know what I'm doing is resonating with you. That's how you show me what I'm doing is resonating with you. And if not, I got to go back to my team because we're going to start having a reconstruction or re-setup of how my business and my platform is rolling out. I'm excited to tell you that one of the things we are going to be offering are these gift baskets. I have a ritual that I do. So I really want to share with you how I manifest, how I align. Every day I have certain things, rituals that I do through my meditation with sage, with candles, with crystals, with, you know, my prayers, my meditation. I'm going to be creating these gift boxes that I'm going to be bringing to you and creating these experiences. In February, I'm going to be doing a vision board party. If you want to sign up, vision boards to me are not just about pasting some pictures on a board and putting a statement up there and you go on your year. That's not how you do it. If you truly want to manifest, I want to take you through the step by step. We're going to do 90-day increments so you can learn how to truly manifest what you want, because it's all about, what did I say the key word was today? Anybody tell me what I said. I'm going to see if y'all's listening. I'll wait. I gave you our key word for this year that you're going to take away. What is our key word? Somebody, anybody.
Anything you chat, you guys, focus.
Thank you, Cathy Adams. You were listening. Focus. That is the key word. Focus. Yes. Focus. And if you want to focus and you really want to manifest your dreams, I'm here to support you. I am here to support you and uplift you and help you to get there. Cathy Adams, I think that you are absolutely amazing. And it is my honor to serve with you on the Oakland African American Chamber of Commerce. It is truly my honor. And I'm really looking forward to making a difference in the community that we live in. And that's, where are you from? Oakland, Oakland, California. That part.
We're ready. And Cheryl, you can't go away. Whatever we need to do to keep this platform going. And sometimes information is not free. But in terms of the masses of people that you reach, you know, whatever I can do to share resources or whatever we need to do to add on to our programs, This is what we need. It's real, it's authentic. And I learned so much from today. Look, in my own interview with you, and it's empowering. And these are the things that make you feel good. And when you leave, you're like, I got energy. I can do some more. So whatever we could do to help you know you can count on us.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And Cathy said a mouthful. You know, in the world, it's so like every time you turn the TV, it's so draining that it doesn't it feel good just to get some positive information to talk about how we can move forward, not be stuck, and who don't like you and why they don't like you and why they not like. That's just, we gonna leave that energy in 2020. We gonna leave all that negativity in 2020. In 2021, I don't care what they do, but I'm gonna tell you what we gonna do. And we are going to prosper. God says, I have a hope and a plan for you. I have no plans to harm you, but to give you a hope in the future. And I believe that. Cathy, any departing words that you would like to share?
No, you have said it all. That's your girl Tamara there. You have said it all.
I love you. You guys need some spiritual coaching. You need some spiritual coaching. Tamara still is your girl. I lean on her all day, every day. I'm telling you.
Well, that gives us an idea. Let's bring Tamara to do something for the chamber, and I'll follow up with Tamara to do that. She did a wonderful job with the 100 Black women. So Cheryl, my parting words is thank you. Keep motivating. Keep providing us this platform where we can feel safe, we can feel whole, we can rejuvenate. And you can continue to uplift us, to tell us that we can when we don't think we could. So thank you.
Thank you. We love y'all. Go out and, as my coach D would say, go forth and be great. Make it a great day. God bless everybody. Until, a matter of fact, we're going to be going offline with Fit Live until the beginning of February, Black History Month. But when I tell you who I'm bringing to you, oh my God, all I can say is get ready. Thank you. Thank you, Karen. Thank you. God bless everybody.
Bye-bye.